Yeah. Ay, yeah. Ay, yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We making noise. Hold on. We them boys. We them boys. We making noise. We them boys. Let's get on right now though. Smell that on me, they gon' follow. Like she won a lotto. Really must be serious. Scared of heights, come face your fears. Hold up. Do it just like Nikki, gonna it over. Say she roll with me, she tired of being alone. Young, but you know I'm ready. Oh, foreign girls call me. But I'ma get back to the point, baby. Hold on. We them boys. We them boys. We making noise. We them boys. We them boys. We making noise. We them boys.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Hold up. You drive me crazy. Number one, girl, you can't replace me. Lead a club, these bras be trying to chase me. Come roll with me in my Mercedes. Hold up, I see they broke, I see they lazy. Man, they money slim, they acting shady.
The Magic Crunch game. Wow, the fans making a lot of noise here inside the arena. The Sacramento Kings are getting settled in. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Hart. And joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Now the starting group for Orlando. Peyton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. And it's Fournier in at the 3 slot.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
The drive by Cousins.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him. And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home the way he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Now here's Gordon. And there's Oladipo on the assist by Gordon.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
McLemore, the pass to Rondo. Feeds to McLemore. Here's Cousins. Vucevic with the block. Here's Oladipo. Lays it up and banks it in. Oladipo's got his second basket of the game.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Here's Cousins. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Here's Peyton. To the middle. Here's Gordon. No good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Here's Gabe. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Now here's Rondo. After the miss from Vucevic. There's the feed to McLemore. Baseline try. The offensive rebound. Down low. Tipped away. It's stolen by Vucevic. Back to Payton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. The Kings trailing. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Cousins with another miss.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one break for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
2 shots.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Caspi, he's checked in for Quincy Ace. Bellinelli comes in for Rudy Gay. Curry's checked in for McLemore. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. The drive by Cousins.
Look at this man just go flying by him after the shot fake.
Well, it might be humiliating for a defender, but it feels oh so good on the flip side.
Yeah, get him in the paratroopers club and then take advantage of him.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
And it's blocked by Gordon. Throws it up high. Now Bellinelli. With 2 seconds left. Here's Cousins. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Magic lead by 2. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports.
Go ahead and quit, son. Ain't no joke. Let's go.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at
the
the start of the
best.
second quarter of play.
It's my first time playing
Guys,
this
for the
team this year.
Magic,
And I'm
what
gonna
jumps out
let's
to
go,
you so
son.
far, numbers-wise?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well
Put your back.
and
Can't hold
sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups.
Like, dude,
On the
Hall
floor
of
for
Famer,
Sacramento.
son. Ain't no joke.
Gansby is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Cauley Stein.
Throw that.
Then it's Curry. And it's Collison at the point guard.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Cut him
You know,
out.
for you guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
And Orlando has possession. After the Kings pick up 2. Payton drives in. Oh, that's blocked. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Collison's got his first 3 points of the game.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Here's Bellinelli. Covered by Peyton. Dishes it to Bellinelli. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Fournier dishes to Gordon. There's the screen. And Fournier kicks to Peyton. The pass to Vucevic. Lock at 6. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall. That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Curry passes to Collison. But 3. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Collison. Curry's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. They get it back. Vucevic.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And now Sacramento on the break. And Caspi kicks to Collison. And another 3 for Sacramento. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Kings?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, but they've also protected the paint extremely well. You see that in their block shot totals, but also they've altered a lot of shots.
Be right back, man.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Here's Curry. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here is Collison after the Magic pick up 2. To the inside. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Cauley Stein's got the lead up to 14 now for the Kings. Peyton kicks to Fournier. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
Scoring well here at the midway point, and now they're starting to put some distance between them.
Well, offensively, they just continue to roll. I mean, they're padding that lead bit by bit as a result. Now, that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
It's Gay on the way. Here's Cousins. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Guys, he's been in beast mode down low, asserting his will. The defense has been helpless, unable to slow him down.
Here's who Scott Skiles is starting the second half with. Watson out there with Jennings. Then there's Andrew Nicholson. Then there's Jason Smith. And it's Hazonia in the three. Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. A shame to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
And it's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
The Magic making a switch. Dedmon's checked in.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Dedmon. Nice D from Cousins.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
And stolen by Cousins. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic comes in for Dwayne Dedmon. And Evan Fournier subbed in for C.J. Watson. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And, you know, you mentioned the 9 straight years without a playoff appearance for the Kings. Their last trip was in 2006. And since then, they've been rebuilding. That's the second longest playoff drought in the NBA.
Gordon's checked in for Andrew Nicholson. Victor Oladipo comes in for Hazonia. And it's Peyton in for Brandon Jennings. Now here's Rondo. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Fires from 14. Cousins, no good.
Well, if the Kings do make it back to the playoffs, you know they'll be dangerous. Their fans have been through so much the last few seasons. They really deserve to see a team in postseason contention.
AC dishes to Rondo. Cousins. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
From downtown, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And finished off by Oladipo.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
You see the pass to Cousins. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Back to Rondo. And Cousins kicks to Ace. Sacramento moving it around. Clock at 6. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. From deep, McLemore. That's good.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, it was a defensive issue for the Magic. They had trouble stopping opponents last season, guys. I mean, didn't really challenge anything at their own rim, and that's really what made it tough for them.
Good. McLemore's got 5 points now this quarter. Stolen by Gay. And the dunk by McLemore.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Fournier's shot is off.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
It's stolen by Oladipo. Ahead. And the rejection by Cousins. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
That will count. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Kings on top, running away with it. And do not go away as we'll
beat me once, beat me twice, son.
With the start of our
then you're on my level, man.
Next.
It's the rule I live by, man.
Welcome back.
Well, not on my level, but I give you respect.
Show.
If you beat me. Let's go, son.
Sacramento's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range.
I got something for you if you come back, man.
For the ball game. Rajon Rondo is up.
There ain't no Cavs, ain't no Golden State. None of that bullshit, man.
Then
Let's
there's
go,
Gatsby,
son.
and it's Koufos in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Here's Gordon. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Gordon's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Magic.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
My, oh my. I mean, that nearly brought the backboard down with that slam.
Well, don't you think, Ray, that's always a possibility when he's the one to finish?
No doubt.
Especially, guys, when he's given the kind of space he had that time.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Fournier dishes to Vucevic. The kick out to Oladipo. And stolen by Koufos. And now Sacramento on the break. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example.
Yeah, I wear this ass with me, son. No stab. I take that.
Much more individual play at the other end.
Run it back, though. Let's run that shit back, son.
3 from Gay.
90% catch gonna come back. Let's see what you made of, man.
4 from the field. Poked away.
Yeah.
And stolen by Koufos.
Yeah.
Rondo. The shot is off.
Well, yeah, go ahead and put him out there.
Out to the wing.
I got to go somewhere this morning.
Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Caspi. Butler comes in for Rudy Gay. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Darren Collison. And Curry subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Marbles subbed in for Oladipo. Here's Curry. Fires high post. And it's Kufus missing. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. 2 minutes left. Outside Curry. Again, Curry missing.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Kufus kicks to Bellinelli. It's Curry with the drive. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Bellinelli. Here's Curry. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Kings.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an in-seat. No contest.
Yeah, I like that.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Cousins. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And McLemore, he's checked in for Bellinelli. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Aaron Gordon comes in for Hezonja. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for Marble. And it's Elfrid Payton in for C.J. Watson. Payton. Kufus grabs the miss. Here's Sacramento. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
I'm going to send you an invite right after this, son.
For Ilyasova.
I got time for one more this morning, man. Let's go.
Oladipo goes in. And it's Gordon missing.
And that's just great
3 and
work
1.
there to get into
3 and
shooting
1. Let's
space
go.
and then go and corral that backcourt. Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
take, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. But I've been dreaming about the paper. Get rich before I see my life taper. I hope my mama get to see Jamaica, but she needs my